Hey guys, Bobbie Ann here with CRYE-LEIKE in Bryant, Arkansas. I'm here to help you with all your real estate questions and needs. I have a question for you. So it's time for you to decide to buy a house and you don't know what to do first. Do you look for a house on the internet? Do you call a realtor? Do you go talk with a lender at the bank? What comes first? Stop freaking out. We're going to cover all of that and more right now. Welcome back to my channel, Central Arkansas Real Estate with Bobbie Ann. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment below, and stick around to the end of the video for some useful tips and a free guide as always, so watch to the very end so you don't miss out. Okay, let's get started. Today we're going to talk about everything and the whole process involved whenever you are buying a house. I've condensed this process down to 5 points. All right, to begin with, you need to get a pre-approval. So number 1 is find a lender, get a pre-approval. You are going to find out what exactly you can afford. And the way you do that is you visit banks and visit with a lender, get a pre-approval. There are local banks and national banks, and they all have different rates. Some of them compete with each other, but whenever you go to a bank, the local banks are probably going to have a little bit higher rates than the national banks, but you stay strong and stick with your guns, because usually if you shop around and you go to a local bank that might have a matching program, you could show them where a national bank has offered you this rate, and a lot of times they will match that rate. Okay, number 2, you want to find a real estate agent. And if you were wondering whether you should find an agent or go about this on your own, I'm about to tell you why I recommend going with a real estate agent. You need to interview real estate agents, and you want to find out how much experience they have versus how knowledgeable they are. And you have to kind of balance that, because just because a real estate agent is new does not mean that they are not knowledgeable and that they don't know what they're doing. And a lot of times, just because a real estate agent has a lot of experience doesn't make them the best, because they could be overloaded with clients, so they don't really have much time to give to you. And they could also lack the knowledge of the new and upcoming changes to law and just basic like mandates and real estate processes in the everyday life. So you want to make sure that your real estate agent is experienced, but is also very knowledgeable, no matter how much experience they have. That way, if they do run into an issue or a problem during your transaction, it's not that big of a deal, because they know what they're doing and they can protect you. So I told you I was going to talk about why I feel it's important to hire a real estate agent. Do you have to have a real estate agent? No, but a real estate agent is a very valuable asset. For one, you're protected and we're backed up. So anytime that you hire a real estate agent, we are backed up by the National Association of Realtors, and we have different associations per state that also back us. Like in Arkansas, we have the Arkansas Real Estate Association, and there's just many organizations that we're members of that are backed up by attorneys. And so again, if you get into a situation where there's a problem with a contract or a transaction, you have that extra backing from your real estate agent and that knowledge based upon what we're taught and what we're educated with. Another value that a real estate agent possesses is that we are familiar with the neighborhoods and the homes in the area that we are showing the houses in. We have the means to research and get neighborhood statistics. So whether the market value in a certain area is going to increase or decrease, or like I said, the statistics of what that area has done in the past versus what it is doing in the future. We have access to all that based upon our research in our real estate profession. You may be looking in an area that is going downhill in the market, and if you purchase in that area, you are not going to build equity for your home. If you ever did decide to sell your home, you would not have that advantage of getting or having the equity in your home to turn around and make money to put towards your next home. Real estate agents also can protect you from paying too much for a home. We are familiar with what the market is doing at the current times. So there are ways for a real estate agent to pull comps, which is a comparison of the property that we're looking at, and we can assess the value of that home based upon data and research. So a real estate agent is going to make sure that what you are offering for the value of a home is going to match up to what the value actually is in that neighborhood, or what it should be for that home based upon comps in that area. So you don't want to pay too much, and a real estate agent will make sure of that for you. Many times when someone is not represented by a real estate agent, it's like you have a red flag on your forehead, unfortunately, that says, I am unknowledgeable and I don't know what I'm doing, so take advantage of me, and people automatically think that they can get a deal or take advantage. So if you have a real estate agent that is working for you, that kind of bypasses all that. People see that you are backed up by an agent, and that real estate agent will do the negotiating for you and on your behalf. Negotiating is an art and a science, but we are trained, and this is our job, and this is what we do, to negotiate the best value for you and get you where you want to be. Okay, the third thing that you're going to do as a buyer is find a home. And as a real estate agent, we have access to what is called an MLS, and that stands for Multiple Listing Service. And this is a site that provides us with all of the homes that are on the market as of day one that they are listed. When you start the process of finding a home, you'll start with your wish list or your must-haves. So the real estate agent will do some research and will find homes that fit your criteria based upon your must-haves and your wish list. So then typically you would schedule showings with these homes that match your criteria, and you would go to view these homes with your real estate agent. The recommendation for myself, what I usually tell my clients, is that I would limit the number of homes that you visit to 5 and under. That way each home can stay fresh in your mind and you don't get them confused. You know, which house was that had the white cabinets? Which house was that had the floors that I liked? 5 houses or under, you have a better chance of keeping your mind fresh. And I also encourage you to take pictures during your showings so you can keep your memory accurate with what is in the pictures that you took. Okay, so you have gotten your pre-approval, you've hired an agent, and you have found a home that you have fallen in love with, and now it's time to make an offer. This is where you will negotiate that offer that you want to make, and your real estate agent will do that for you and on behalf of you. And some of the things that can be negotiated in an offer are the termite inspection, the home inspection, the survey, the price, and home warranties, and other things that are just written up in the contract. So if you enter a home and you love the refrigerator, then you can negotiate that the refrigerator convey with the property. You want to make sure that you have gone through that house more than one time and that you're very familiar with it before you make that offer. If your offer is accepted by the homeowner, this is when things tend to slow down just a little bit, because this is when the homeowner has an opportunity to perform the repairs that were requested from the inspection. This is where the title company starts getting involved with all of the negotiated items that were in the contract. Your whole process will seem to be like go, 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 and then it will kind of slow down until we get to a closing. And finally, we have number 5, closing the deal and getting you moved into your new home. Okay, on the path to closing, this is where the title company and the lender come in to play, and there will be a lot of back and forth between the lender, the title company, and the buyer. So this is where the title company will open an escrow for escrow funds, and they will conduct a title search. They will order title insurance, and they will order an appraisal from the lender, and the buyer will need to make sure that they have the funds, any funds that were negotiated with the lender as far as down payments or anything that the lender is requiring from the buyer. You need to have that ready for closing if that is required of you. And the real estate agent will do a final walkthrough with the buyer anywhere from about a week till a day or two before closing, just to make sure that the home is in the same condition and that nothing has changed and that it is satisfactory to the buyer before they actually close. And on the closing date that is agreed upon in contract, the buyer will go to the title company that was agreed upon, and they will execute the closing documents, and they will receive the keys to the home, and that is when the transaction is complete. That is the basic process of buying a home. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget, there's a free buyer's guide in the description. See you next time. Don't forget, I've got some free stuff for you in the description.